Well, who ever thought that the creator of Harry Potter would become Goebbels? I mean, the most unforgivable, cancelled person. It's extraordinary. I never thought that the Harry Potter, or I mean, I never thought that the people who are great fans of J.K. Rowling would turn on her this much. The only thing I've ever seen that I can think of that it reminds me of was I once saw some footage from Trafalgar Square of some young girls who had stayed out all night waiting for Leonardo DiCaprio to come for the premiere of a movie. And it was raining, and he didn't stay very long to greet them because it was raining. And I remember this footage of them saying, "I hate him." And they turned from so devoted, they had camped out and arranged their lives around the possibility of a glimpse, and got to, "I hate him, he's the nastiest man in the world," in no time. And that seems to be what's happening with J.K. Rowling. Now, of course, not with all her fans. I don't want to overemphasize it, but there is a portion of people who believe that the Harry Potter woman, who they relied on all the time when they were growing up and who gave them all this, great time, has become a Nazi when they weren't looking. And I should stress, I don't think she has. But there's a lot to learn, firstly, in the dementing tones of the time. Second, in the way in which public figures can just be made versions of them that have no resemblance to what they are, become, played out there in the public sphere. And then you get the very interesting other lessons. I don't like this term cancel culture. I think it's sort of, it's already stale, and it's not quite accurate because, J.K. Rowling hasn't been cancelled or anything like that. There's a bunch of very insane people who think that the Ichabod is too difficult for them to cope with in this life. And by the way, I mean, because that was the attempt. The attempted walkout at her publishers, Hachette, was not because they didn't. The I think 150 or so people, mainly young, at Hachette, who said they couldn't work on the latest J.K. Rowling book and didn't want to be in the same places. They weren't publishing J.K. Rowling's big book of trans.
We will make America great again.